Okay, so you don't have to worry about taking detailed notes about which menu I went to, where I click, because that's getting recorded. What you should note down is if I show you something, in which context you will use it in your day-to-day work, that is something I cannot tell you, because everyone's work profile is different, data is different, documents are different. So take applied notes, don't take operational notes. Fair enough? Okay, so now coming back to how many sessions I have done in various countries. Not a 2-column boring table. I'll show you the same data in a better manner. Is that better? Do you know how to do it?
Relevance of the size of that.
That's number of people.
No, but relative thing.
I know, never mind. Total comes to 2,30,000, so it doesn't matter. What I'm saying is I'm just showing you the distribution and proportions in one quick 6-second clip. Is it better than showing a 2-column table or not? That's the question. Of course, for details you may need that actual data as well, of course. But in this case that data doesn't really matter. The real question is, how did I do it? Using which software did I do it? Originally data was in Excel, agreed. Anyone? Guess, take a guess. Which software? I'm showing it in PowerPoint, but that was just a video which I created, which I've inserted in PowerPoint. That's okay. How did I create the video itself? Flash? No. No animation software was used. Sorry? This was done in Excel. Do you know this can be done in Excel? Now that you know it can be done in Excel, can you think of areas where you can use it to your advantage? Yes or no? So during the process of my session, I will show you how to do it in Excel. But before that, one very important thing. The issue is, I have interacted with so many people like this. We have 100 people here, like this, so many people. They learned from me, but while interacting with them, I also learned from them. So what did I learn about how people use Office? There is one conclusion, and you'll be surprised what the conclusion is. Fill in the blanks. One word is missing. Every action we perform using Office is, fill in the blanks. One word. The action is getting performed. The end result is achieved, no doubt about it. We don't document, we just do, right? Fill in the blanks, come on. Now does this sound like a good news or a bad news? Very bad news? Now the whole purpose of today's session is to first prove to you that this statement is correct. But even if this statement is correct, this is not the real problem. What is the real problem? The real problem is we don't know that we are inefficient. Because if you knew that there is a problem, you would have done something about it. The first step in any kind of problem solving is to understand that there is a problem, acknowledge it, and only then solution can come out. Now obviously so many intelligent people sitting here, suddenly some guy comes from nowhere and says whatever you are doing is inefficient. Are you going to take it lying down? No, you need a proof, right? So now I don't have much time. I'm going to take 6 minutes to show you proofs. Now you tell me, which product do you use most commonly? I'll just list down the products. I'm just going to make a list of products and you tell me which one you use more commonly, so we will give more focus on that product during my session. Obviously this depends on person to person, so let me take a poll to just understand the distribution in this room. Word, okay, Excel, PowerPoint, okay, OneNote, One. Now you know why Microsoft chose the brand name called OneNote? Because only one person uses it. Anyway, so let's say I want to put Excel in the first position. How will you do it? Just I have to move it up. Simple question. Nobody even asks such questions to each other because everyone assumes everyone knows the way. Still I am asking you. How will you do it? Select and copy paste or drag drop? Which one? No, sort in this case will work, but suppose second one I want word, then sort will not work. It's in random order, my desired order, so sort will not work. So copy paste or drag drop? Yeah, agreed, but everyone knows both the methods. Which one will you use? If you know two ways of doing the same thing, which one will you use? Now I am asking a general question now. If you know two ways of doing the same activity, which one will you normally choose? The better of the two. So now tell me which is better. Copy paste or drag drop? Don't tell me your preference. No, the answer is both are bad. The issue is, because we have learnt this by trial and error, nobody taught it to us. Whatever method worked for us, we assume is the only and the best method and live with it lifelong. So the correct method of doing it is like this. Any questions? Of course you have a question, but unfortunately I am not going to answer that question. My job is just to prove that you are inefficient. Now if I don't tell you the method, what will you do? Can you forget the fact that there is an eminently better third method now? So next time you are drag dropping and copy pasting, you will curse yourself for not knowing the best method. You will curse me also, but I am not going to tell you the answer anyway. So after finishing cursing many times, what will you do? You will find out the best method, the operational aspect of the best method. What I just did was created awareness. Awareness is more important than operational skill. Once you are aware of something, when the need arises, you are smart enough to use it. The problem is there is no awareness. So how is this done? It is done using some modifier keys, correct? If I just press up and down arrow, it's just going to move the cursor. If I press shift, it is going to select. So what is left? Two keys are left. Alt and control. So shift, alt and up arrow will do this. Take your cursor anywhere, shift, alt, up arrow will move it up, down will move it down. Having said that, you are very happy, but if I had not shown you this, you would not have tried to use it in Word, in spite of knowing it now. So now I will ask you to do it in Word. So I have multiple paragraphs. One of the paragraphs is red in color. I want this red paragraph to move up. What should I do now? You know the shortcut. Again? I am hearing a lot of select. Should I select or not select? Okay, how many think I should select first? No, there is no need to select. Because Word is smarter than we think it is. You just click there and shift plus shift alt up arrow down arrow. It will move automatically. Having said that, you would still not use it in this situation. How many times have you struggled with tables to move and reorder tables? In this case, I have a table which shows something, doesn't matter what the table shows me. Now I want to move this fourth row bus to the top. What will you do? If I had not explicitly mentioned it, you would still select it and do copy paste, in spite of knowing shift, alt, up arrow, down arrow. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Are you getting the concept? Now will you select or not select that row? No, no need to select. This guy is smart enough. Are you slowly getting convinced that whatever we do is inefficient? So let me show you an Excel example. One of the most common things in Excel is to put data and then put formulas. Nothing can be simpler than that. That's the basis of Excel. So let's do that. Do you know how to copy a formula? So let's say I have amount, I want to calculate tax. Tax is 3%. So simple formula called percentage of B4 3%. Easy. Now I want to copy the formula. I want to copy the formula and then eventually I will do a sum of the entire column, so I will know the tax payable and I will pay that tax. Simple. Now minor question which nobody asked anybody is how to copy the formula. Tell me. Okay, one method. Another method?
Copy and paste.
Copy and paste. Another method? If you go to this corner here, you see that the cursor changes. Where? If I go here, I know there is another option available. If I double click, it copies it automatically. Is it good or bad? Now everyone knows double click. Will anybody drag now? But if you had not attended the session, you would be happily doing this. How much do I drag? Depends on how much the data is. 10 rows of data, maybe 1 second. 20,000 rows of data, I don't know, 17 minutes I am dragging my life. Is our life worth dragging, or are we made for better things? Nobody thinks when it comes to office. That is what I am trying to tell you. Of course you want to make use of your life in a more productive way, but when it comes to office, our brain stops functioning from that point of view. Now if you are the boss and you have 15 people reporting to you and everyone is dragging every day for 20 minutes, will you fire them? You will not, because you also drag. Do you understand the problem? So obviously this is bad. So now onwards, what are you going to do? No. Double click should never be done. Right now, the only thing you are wasting is your life. This is okay. At least you know that you have reached the bottom. In double click, you will assume that it has reached the bottom and pay this much tax and have a tax problem and land into jail for paying less tax. Why? Because we never told Excel where is my data ending. We hope that miraculously Excel will automatically find out where my data ends and intelligently copy it till then. It doesn't do that. It checks. Whenever it finds a gap, it stops there. And because double click is so miraculously nice, we never check it. In the process, you are getting wrong results. Yes, it did save time, but yielded wrong results, which is worse. Bottom line, the three methods which the entire world knows about copying formulas are inefficient. And I'm not saying this for medical community. I do this for banks, I do this for governments, I do this for heads of states, I do it for all kinds of people worldwide in all industries. Nobody knows how to copy a formula. Can you believe that? Efficiently, I mean. So what is the problem here? Excel doesn't know the end point of our data. Even we ourselves don't know at this point of time. So shouldn't we explicitly explain to Excel this is where it begins and this is where it ends, and remove the ambiguity from the whole picture? That would be nice. How do you do that? Because there are blanks in the data, there is no guaranteed shortcut. Shift Control End may work sometimes, may not work. But whatever it takes, you'll have to select it manually first time. Now onwards, I want to freeze that selection, and that is done by creating a table, insert table. I'm not in Word or PowerPoint, I'm in Excel. Excel also has a table option. How many of you use it? Look around, I know the answer. Okay? So 3% of population knows table. But that 3% of population uses table for what purpose? Because when you create a table, it formats it nicely, it looks nice, it saves you the trouble of manual formatting. That's one benefit. That's a minor aesthetic benefit. Now look carefully. What am I doing now? I have created a table. Now to show you the impact, I'm going to create empty cells right in front of you here. And I'm going to type exactly the same formula, B4 multiplied by 3%. What is the difference between before and now? The only difference is the table. And now when I press enter, Excel does the job, not me. Now I never have to check whether it has reached the bottom. But because you will not trust me right now, I am showing you. It has reached the bottom. What does that mean? All the time we were wasting in dragging, double clicking and dragging again and again is completely eliminated lifelong. Benefit? Time saving. Any other benefit? Time saving is one benefit. Another benefit is? Which one is more important? Accuracy, because time wastage we are used to when it comes to office. So that's really not a benefit as of now. Soon you will start noticing it. But accuracy is definitely something you want. Now in your experience, when you want more accuracy, don't you think you have to put extra effort to ensure accuracy?